Hello everyone and welcome back for another game review. With us, retrostitchgaming. This time we're going to review a PS1 game we both really love. Medieval, an action-adventure hack-and-slash game released in 1998. The visuals are heavily influenced by Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. The game got a sequel in 2000 and also has a PS4 remake on the way in 2019.
The game is set in the medieval kingdom of Gallowmere and centres around Sir Daniel Fortescue, an evil sorcerer named Zarok plotted to take over the kingdom of Gallowmere with his undead armour. It is told in legend that the champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the king of Gallomere's army to victory and managed to kill Zarok before he succumbed to his mortal wounds. Like with a lot of history though, this story might have been tweaked slightly in the victor's favour, as in reality, Dan was in fact struck down by the first wave of arrows fired in battle, with the king choosing to cover it up and declare Dan a hero. Zarok meanwhile went into hiding, and 100 years later reappears casting a spell over Gallowmere to awaken his undead armour and steal the souls of the living. However, in the process he unwittingly revives the corpse of Dan, who has over time become a skeletal corpse, missing his jaw and the eye he lost in the Battle of Gallowmere. Having been unable to ascend to the Fable Hall of Heroes, Dan uses this opportunity to defeat Zarok, save Gallowmere and earn his place as a true hero.
The game takes place across a variety of levels, many of which require certain objectives to be performed in order to progress through the levels. Whilst working through the levels, you start off dealing with basic zombies, and before you know it, you're dealing with armoured knights and demons. You are able to use a variety of weapons ranging from short-range weapons such as swords and clubs to long-range weapons such as crossbows. If you don't have a weapon, you are able to unattach your own arm and use it as both a melee weapon and also as a range weapon. You can equip a shield alongside weapons for defence, although they only have a limited amount of strength.
Your health is determined by a health bar which reduces when you are hit by enemies. Your health will deplete completely if you drown or fall from a height however. If you run out of health completely, the game will end. Life vials and life fountains can be found in order to replenish your health and fill any empty life bottles you may possess. In each level there is an obtainable Chalice of Souls, which if acquired the level is cleared. With the chalice in hand you are walked to the Hall of Heroes, where you are able to speak to various heroes. Each hero will give you rewards, such as weapons. Only if the player finishes the game with all the chalices may the true ending be revealed.
You collect money found throughout the levels. Money is spent at one of two gargoyles where you can buy arrows for your bows, re-enchant your magic swords and repair your shields. The other gargoyle will offer advice, conversation and often insults. The interaction between Dan and them is very funny, as is Dan's interaction with the heroes in the halls. Some are sympathetic to Dan's plight, while others see him as nothing more than a fake hero. It makes for some funny lines and the voice acting is hilarious.
The visuals are great, even if they are a little dated now, but we love the wacky Tim Burton style designs and the funny cutscenes still look pretty decent in our opinion. The controls are pretty simple and easy to get the hang of, but the camera angles got very annoying at parts of the game, as well as Sir Dan's jumping, which we found so hard to time. We were constantly underjumping or overjumping and getting ourselves in trouble. It has pretty cool and enjoyable music and we love the silly cheesy voice acting.
Overall, we give this game a 7 out of 10. It's one of our favourite PS1 games and is still very enjoyable to this day. Yes, it's probably not aged the best, but as we've said in previous reviews, there's not many 3D games from this era that have visually stood the test of time. But that doesn't mean they aren't worth playing, and this game certainly is worth playing, as well as its sequel also on the PS1 platform. And it's obviously held in high regard as there is a remaster on the way in 2019 for the PS4.
As always, we hope you enjoyed this review and found it useful if you were looking for more information. Don't forget to check out our other reviews and top 10s if you're interested, and subscribe to our channel for tons of gaming content almost daily. We've been retrostitchgaming, thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next time.